In a political year, it can be really difficult to tell the difference between a candidate's personal character and their political correctness. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference in a biblical character when you're reading Scripture. What does that have to do with us? Let's find out. In a political year, the airwaves and the internet are full of candidates who are trying to say the right thing and promising to do the right thing, all because they want your vote. And I don't know about you, that's very tiresome to me. But when I read 2 Samuel chapters 3 and 4, it kind of felt the same way. There you find David facing all these very divisive situations, and he's handling them much like a politician would. He's handling them in ways in which the opposition becomes more loyal to him, and yet he's not running off those who are already loyal to him. I'll give you a couple examples. There's one example where one of David's generals wrongly kills, a very prominent and well-loved general from the other side. And David finds a way to handle this so as to endear himself to the opposition without throwing his general completely under the bus. There's another situation where the opposing king is actually murdered by one of his own military men. Now, David could have lauded that military man as a hero and rewarded him, but he didn't. He had him executed as a murderer, and this endeared him to the opposing people greatly. Now, the question is, was David doing this because it's really part of his character? Or was he doing this because he's working those political angles and trying to get as many people to like him as possible? Well, the whole of Scripture has a very high view of David, so it's probably easy to say it was the former rather than the latter. But since Scripture does not shy away from showing all the less than stellar elements of biblical characters, we really don't know. But here's what we do know. When faced with these difficult situations, David had a way of looking past either-or answers. He had a way of being empathetic and kind and wise and always giving God the glory. I think that was the key. And this is key for you and I. When we're facing divisive, difficult situations, we can go the politically correct route and try to get everybody to like us. Or we can major on kindness and wisdom and giving God the glory. And if you do that, it will take you much further and win you way more fans than the political correct route. Give that a shot this week and see how it works for you. We'll see you next week.